It happened. Oh, it happened. It happened. It happened. It happened. Are we shocked that the Chargers got rid of their head coach after last night's debacle? I don't think so. Now, today, I was at my gym, BFit. It's on 104th and Broadway. I train Linda up there. Love it. Love it. It's a great place to train people, and I always enjoy training Linda. Been training now, I think, 8 years. Hey, good afternoon, Josh. And there was a woman. I walk in with my Michigan shirt on. First of all, I run up there. What's up, Kev? And I did 4 miles, and, I'm not up to 4 miles, but I did it because I thought I'd be late to my client. Yes. And I realized I didn't pack a jacket, but I had my Better Day Golf Company hoodie. And I said, shit, I got to take it off before I finish the run because I'm going to soak it up and then I got to wear it. And I had to go to another client after that and running around and all that stuff. What's up there, Rob? And so I get in the gym and I'm wearing a Michigan, I guess it's a Michigan long sleeve shirt. It's just awesome. It keeps me warm as shit. I get in there and this woman, Tara Lynn, works there and ends up, she goes, I'm your bitter rival. I go, what do you mean bitter rival? So she went to Bama. She was in the musical theater program there. She was from Marietta, Georgia, where my cousin Jessica is, who's married to Hal and has 3 kids in Galveston. And we get talking, and her boyfriend, Austin, said that they were once on a plane during the SEC championship game, and she had headphones on, and she was screaming so loud, like, kill him, kill him. And she was like, he's like, you can't do that. So Tara Lynn is like Michigan's doppelganger, like for Bama, as Michigan is for her Michigan team. And she is a huge fan, rabid fan, watches every game, whether tape, whatever. She said if she go to every Iron Bowl every year, she would. And I said I'd give her a shout out, and I'm giving her a shout out, and that's what I'm doing right now. And yeah, so back to the debacle. I know Kev's got to be ecstatic because his Raiders scored more points yesterday than they scored in the 4 previous games combined. 42-0 at the half, 49-0. And I think they punted when it was 63-14, maybe 60, and the fans were booing. And I want them to score 90 yesterday. I thought maybe they could have. 8 different players scored a touchdown for them yesterday. And today, Telesco and, Brandon Staley. I felt Brandon Staley, how Bieniemy didn't get a head coaching job, and Brandon Staley, who to me should never have been in the same sentence, shouldn't even been up there. Yeah, I don't know how he got a head coaching job. I really don't. And after the debacle in the playoffs last year, this whole season, my buddy Jason is like, just this whole season's been a train wreck. And in the second half, put some respect on the dude. You guys are 6-8. Let's slow your roll. You still got to play. Okay, now you got at the Chiefs, at the Colts, and you host the Broncos. You have a crazy end of the season. And there are reports, what's his name? Vincent Bosignoro? Is that his name? The guy who covers the Raiders. I follow him, and there's a couple other guys that I follow, Raider guys. You know who's in the running? They said, hey, what's up? What's up, Mr. Sabater? You know who, do you know who they're saying is up for the job? John Gruden is one of 8 candidates. If you guys take back John Gruden, I will be like, I'm done. I'm fucking done. You cannot take back John Gruden. Now, do you think, Kev, is Antonio Pierce worthy of getting the head coaching position? That's what I want to know. Is he worthy of getting the head coaching position? Yes, I agree. Be a horrible coach. I don't think Ed O'Connell has been good, but I'll tell you, he looked good for the first half. So you give Pierce a shot. I think they bought in as much as they bought in with him as how little they bought in with Staley. I mean, have you ever seen, 42-0. We were watching Reacher last night, so I had the game on in the background, and I was like, holy shit. I said, Michigan, what do you think the score is right now? She goes, 35-0. I go, 42. I go, good guess. And then I watched the second half, and I just wanted them to roll it up. And then the second half, they get a sack, fumble, TD return, and it was a big guy touchdown. I hate what he did, but he is a good coach, and he was not a good coach. Gruden was not, he was an okay coach. Gruden was, I don't even the last time your last really good coach was Tom Flores, and that's saying something. You have and Art Shell had a chance. Yes, he was. Pierce was a leader. They are playing better for him. 4 days ago, they lost 3-0. So let's be honest. They haven't played great football. They're okay. They're 6-8. They're 12th right now in the AFC. Are they going to make the playoffs? I don't think so. I think they have a lot of problems. I think they beat up a very bad team, a team that was in a lot of turmoil. Brandon Staley was like on the butcher block. The guillotine was out there, and it was ready for his head to chopped off. Richard Sherman said at halftime, he said, fire him now. I'll tell you, if George Steinbrenner was the owner, I think he might have said, dude, it's time for you to go. It's time for you to go. I did love Art Shell, too. I remember reading an article of this. Remember the Saints with Archie Manning, the beginning of the Saints. He said there was a guy. Yes, he was the best. Listen, Tom Flores, you got to give props to. Tom Flores won 2 goddamn world championships. And I know that he had the best winning percentage, but Tom Flores is a guy that I don't think gets the respect he deserves. And he had Jim Plunkett as a quarterback. He had a phenomenal defense. Cliff Branch. You had Marcus Allen. I mean, you had some really good players. He had some goddamn good teams. And they beat a Redskin team in that Super Bowl 38-9 that came in averaging, I think they scored over 500 points that season, and they blew them out. Jack Squirick with the pick 6 before halftime, and that was the ball game. But I digress. And, with the Raiders and everything, I just I want them. I want greatness back. I do. I feel it's good for the NFL for that team to be good. I think Pierce, why not? They're playing for him. They love playing for him. The Chargers did not like playing for Brandon Staley, but I think there's a lot of pieces that need to be fixed with the Raiders. And I don't know if Devontae Adams wants to stay there. I don't think Aiden O'Connell is your future quarterback. I think he's a good backup, and Jimmy G is not the answer. I think you guys need a real quarterback. And what was I reading about? Justin Fields, they thought might do well if Atlanta makes a trade, put him with Drake London and Bijan Robinson, and you got a team right there. I mean, I guess we're going to see. Pacheco got surgery on his shoulder. He's not playing this week. I saw Tyreek Hill's not playing this week. C.J. Stroud is doubtful with concussion. So that means I got to play Jared Goff on Saturday night against the Broncos. And he better fucking bring it. And you see what Cam Newton said? He called Goff, called a bunch of quarterbacks, system quarterbacks. You know, Cam, love you. Loved you had that one run, that one season, and then it fell apart in the Super Bowl and you became a pouty little bitch. And you never recovered from that. You had that one great season, taking pictures, enjoying everything. And then the Super Bowl, you went against a defense that beat the living shit out of you. There was a fumble where you kind of stepped back and was like, oh, I didn't want to really get that, which I thought you kind of were a wimp. That was pussy material, in that opinion. That was pussy. That was a real freaking wimpy moment. And things didn't go your way. You were pissed off afterwards. You didn't do the post-game press conference and everything. And your career was never, ever the same. Never. You won a national championship at Auburn. You with the, you always about, having the towel over your head, and you were a tough player. But all those runs, all those hits, all those touchdowns, it took a toll on you, and you became a fraction of the player you used to be. And then at the end, I was like, you were just terrible, and you just disappeared. So now he's got a podcast. He's trying to promote it, saying, Goff, there was a bunch of quarterbacks he was saying are all, what's the problem of being a system? If you're winning, what does it matter? System quarterback, this quarterback, that quarterback. Winning is winning, in my opinion. Yeah. Yeah. And Rob, the same thing. Like you worry about Lamar Jackson. You worry about, and I said, Josh Allen cannot keep running into guys. It's going to catch up to him. I feel like these guys think they're Supermen, and eventually you get the shit kicked out of you, and that's the end of that. But yeah, what a game yesterday. I mean, to see that happen live was just beautiful. Most points ever in the franchise history. Staley's gone. Telesco's gone. They also got rid of defensive run game coordinator, defensive line coach Jay Rodgers. I don't know what happened there. Now, the Chargers are technically $42 million over the cap for next year. But if they cut Mac Bosa, Mike Williams, Kendricks, and a couple others, that puts them $30 million in the positive. They're aging stars, but you're going to have they said that is the one job that everybody wants. They're going to have to restructure. Herbert, Lindsley may retire. I mean, we're going to see. And, they could get a new coach, and bam, everything can turn around. Dan Quinn, I heard that Seahawks coach Carroll might retire at the end of the season if Dan Quinn would want the Seattle job. I think Dan Quinn, to me, I'll always remember for that 28-3. You cannot blow a 28-3 Super Bowl. I'm sorry. Built up a lot of things, the great things of that team, but that Super Bowl, that taste for Kyle Shanahan, for him, they got to get a Super Bowl, get that. I mean, you can't blow a 28-3 lead in the Super Bowl. I'm sorry. You cannot blow a 28-3 lead in the second half of the Super Bowl. You're the best against the best, and you just can't. You can't. It's not acceptable to me. It's not, whatever, you got to run the ball. And you know what Pierce said in the second half? Pedal to the metal. Come on. Bill Belichick, yes. I've heard Bill Belichick. I've heard Harbaugh. Yeah, we'll see what. So Rob says he's not going. Well, why is he not going, Rob? Rob, don't be angry because you didn't get the trivia question of the day. Don't take it out on Kev on that. You didn't know the answer. You didn't know Alfonso. You're Mr. Met, and you didn't know it. And I'm a little stunned. Yeah, so it doesn't matter if they cut players. They still got Justin Herbert. You got a quarterback to build around, dude. Imagine he's a quarterback, and Herbert could be a great. Herbert's got to shave off that mustache, but other than that, Herbert's a quarterback. He's a guy I want to see what's going to happen. Yeah. I mean, we're going to see. So they named, who's the interim head coach? Outside linebacker coach Giff Smith is their interim head coach, and JoJo Wooden is interim GM. I know if anybody wants to know. Yeah, I mean, they're 6-8, the Raiders. They tied, hey, Kev, as many wins as last season, and you still have 3 games left. So 6-8, congrats on that. You equaled your winning total last year under Josh, I can't fucking coach in the NFL, McDaniels. So good luck with that. Raiders, 0 points, 63-42. They scored 46 points in the previous 4 games entering Thursday. And that's why I'm sorry, dude, but the Raiders are, it's been an ugly season. Yeah, they have to cut players. Yeah, of course, Rob, they do have to cut players. Yes. You get some guys to the draft. Quentin Johnson, the rookie out of TCU. I think Eckler is going to be somewhere else next year too. Yeah, I can't stand McDaniels. And he had the Colts job, and then he turned it down to the last minute, and then he went back to fuck him. Take your $40 million and shove it up your ass. I never was a fan of that asshole. I never liked him. Yeah. Fuck him. Yeah. That's me. I'm swearing. Yeah. I'm angry. And so the second half, so they get a strip sack. Yeah. And then at that pick 6, it's like the D-back knew where the ball was going. And he made a great play where he kind of went across his body, put his arm up, and went like, a hell of a play, man. And that was Bam Bam. And you saw Mark Davis, who never met a barber that he'd actually get a haircut with. I think he gets his haircut in the pitch black. I mean, talk about all the genes that couldn't go right in a man. Bad haircut, one of the fuggliest men I've ever seen in my life. I mean, he's tough to look at. He looks, yeah. You know who he looks like? Yeah, I got to be politically correct, but yeah. You know who he looks like? He looks like when Chris Farley played Giuliani's son in that skit when Giuliani was a kid, jumping up and down at the inauguration. That's what he looks like. Yeah, Kev, I think he goes to the pitch black sports clips. I mean, that guy is fugly, dude. Kev, that is one fugly motherfucker. He is, damn is he ugly. Yeah, I had to get that off my chest. Yeah, I really realized that I have no filter sometimes, but you know what? That's what works. It is what it is. We try, we search. It's a journey. It's a journey with me sometimes. Yeah, Stick was making his first start. Vegas was the first team since 1950 to have 8 different players score a touchdown. First 60-point game. Well, first time they were in their history, and the most points allowed in Chargers franchise history. And the Raiders went from 29th to 25th in the NFL in points per game. They're only averaging 18.9. Yes, Kev. Simple Jack. That's what was in my head. Why? Oh my God, Kev. Simple Jack. Wah. Oh my God. I'm going to hell. Well, I already knew that was going to happen. So they're averaging 18.9 points a game. That's a good one. Simple Jack is a good one. Kev, man, if you were, dude, that is like top shelf, man. Kev, that was top shelf right there. Wow. And one more TD, an extra point. So it's crazy that they went from 29th to 25th in points. Their most points before today was 59 against the Broncos on October 24th, 2010. Yeah, Kev, we're both going to hell. Kev, you and I will just pull right up. They'll be like, hey, Kev, JD, we've been expecting you. It's not going to be. So I always say there's this long joke where the guy goes to hell, and the guy goes, you like to drink? He goes, yeah, I love to drink. He goes, well, every Monday you can drink as much alcohol as you want and you never get hungover. And he goes, you like barbecue? Yeah. Yes, well, Tuesdays you can eat as much barbecue as you want. And, he goes, are you gay? He goes, no. He goes, you're not going to like Wednesdays. And you could do it like 7 days. You can make it go on and on and on. But I was doing the condensed version. Yeah, you see, I'm a little crazy in the head. So he had 59 against the Broncos in 2010. And also the Chargers, 42 points, most they ever gave up in the first half in franchise history. He reminds me of the character that Jeff Daniels. Yes, Dumb and Dumber. Rob, that's a good one too. Yeah, dude, it's like he's in a time warp, and not a good time warp. Why don't we just do a whole show on Mark Davis? Because that could go on for hours. Yes. Yeah. Raiders have scored the most first-half points in NFL history after being shut out in the previous game. There's all these, Brandon Staley says he doesn't know whether he'll be coaching the franchise in the morning. And they said they reacted to if they asked him if after the blowout loss, if he's, expected to be fired. He goes, I don't know that. Well, it happened that way. Yeah. Oh, I know who you meant. Yeah. Oh, my God, dude. Hilarious. 24-24, Staley went with the team. Blew the playoff game. That's what I said last year. 24-24, yep. Okay, he said, when asked why he should continue leading the team, he said, I know what I've done here for 3 years. I said, 24-24, check. Blown playoff game, check. Lost the team, check. 63 points, most ever in franchise history, check. Okay. I guess I should leave. Yeah. He goes, I know what I put into this. I know where we're capable. Who gives a shit, dude? You're gone. And at halftime, he was asked, what about the second half? Antonio Pierce, he says, press the gas pedal even harder. That's what you want. Listen, the team loves him. Why not give him a shot? Why not give Pierce a shot? You know what? I mean, who are you going to bring in? You going to bring in McDaniels? Belichick? You going to bring in Harbaugh? I don't know. You know what? I think Harbaugh should stay in Michigan and become a god as opposed to going back to the NFL. But his ego is so freaking big. I don't know. I feel like you need a good. You need a. No. Yeah. Oh, it was one of the guys. It could be either of those guys. It could be Jim Carrey. It could be Jeff Daniels. Oh, yeah. And then they had the first all-black on-field and replay crew to officiate a game. Congrats there. And Giants, today, 9 years since Odell Beckham, OBJ made the catch against the Cowboys. Which, Rob, did they lose that game? They lost that game. Did they win that game? Did they lose that game? So I was trying to ask, did they win or lose that game? I thought they lost that game. Lose or win? Yeah, they lost. And OBJ, he's a free agent. I guess we're going to see what happens on that front. And Aaron Rodgers looking great. Salah's impressed. He hasn't done 11 on 11, but he is a genetic freak. Yeah, that game was in November. Well, then why is it saying 9 years today? Yeah, why are they saying it's 9 years today? I didn't think that was a December game. I don't know why that would popped up. Rob, you would know, not me. Okay, so, but yeah, Aaron Rodgers, good for him. He participated in quarterback drills in 7-on-7 period, but not 11 on 11. He is yet to be cleared for 11 on 11, which is the next step. So you know what's going to happen? He's going to play 11 on 11. Quinn Williams is going to come through and see him and get so excited he's going to pat him on the back. He's going to fall back and he's going to blow out the other Achilles. And that's going to be the end of that. And the Jets are going to have to draft a quarterback. And then we could finally be done with Aaron Rodgers. That Aaron Rodgers wasn't the answer. I'm telling you, he better walk on fucking water, Aaron Rodgers, when he plays. Because you know what? The hype behind him, he's Mr. Regular Season, and then he's Mr. Postseason shit. Ernesto knows that. Ernesto agrees with me. And you know what? I don't care anymore, man. I don't care. He's going to come back at 40 next year. I don't know what they expect him to do next season. I mean, he can't be any worse than Zach Wilson, but is he going to be the end-all, be-all of human existence? I don't think so. I mean, we're going to see. November 23rd. Thank you, Rob. So who sent, I saw that up. My friend sent it to me, said 9 years ago today, and I was like, I thought something was strange. So I call out my buddy Harris and say, Harris, get your dates right. And guys, so I'm going to treat all of you to, now we're going to drive down to Carolina, and I'm going to pay for everybody's tickets so they can go to the Panthers-Falcons game. It's 45 cents a ticket. I got us all tickets. So I'm treating because it's 45 cents each, and we're all going to go to the game, and we're going to be in upper tier, the bloody nose seats, the bleachers, the The bloody nose seats. I can't even think of the word. And it's all on me. 45 cents each. I'm gonna be generous. I'm gonna let 30 of you come. So that's about $27. You're all gonna get $5 at McDonald's. $5, maybe even $6. Go crazy. We're gonna go down. We're gonna have a good time. Yeah, nosebleeds. You see, Rob? I just ate some paint chips and my brain's a little foggy tonight. But yes, the nosebleeds. And we're gonna go crazy there. Can you imagine 45-cent tickets? Oh, and Travis Kelce was not at Taylor Swift's 34th birthday because football is very important to him. And practice makes perfect. So I'm okay with that. And Josh Allen has a rushing touchdown in 9 of his last 11 games. Sean McDermott says that's the plan. That's coordination. Sure thing, motherfucker. Yeah, sure thing, Sean McDermott. Sean McDermott, you don't win. You better beat Dallas in the rain. Dallas, it's going to be windy and rainy. Dallas is 7-0 at home. 20 touchdowns, 2 interceptions for Dak at home. On the road, though. 8 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. They're 3-3 on the road, 7-0 at home. I think it's going to be an interesting game. I like Buffalo. I like Baltimore. I think the Jags had Sunday Night Football. Jags, I don't, good God. Yeah, I mean, that was a bad loss last week. Well, they lost the Bengals. Then they lost to Joe Flacco. Defense given up 65 points the last 2 weeks. That's not good. And I kind of like Lamar. Yeah, they're playing good football right now. I mean, Ram game was kind of ugly, but they won the game they had to win. And we're going to see what happens. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I mean, a lot of guys hurt. Chris Godwin has yet to practice this week. Tyreek Hill, Devon Achane. Is that it? Achane? It's an Achane. I think it's Achane. Have yet to practice this week. Chris Olave, ankle, didn't. Achane has a toe injury. Tyreek Hill has an ankle injury. Nico Collins capped. I mean, that's the thing. Texans don't have those 2 guys this week. That's going to be a problem. Pacheco's definitely out. He had surgery. There goes Rob. Rob has joined us. So Clyde, Edwards-Helaire, Jerick McKinnon are going to have to pick it up this week. So they're playing the Pats, which is basically like playing, minor league football. Bama, Milrose coming back. I talked about that. They also hired George Hilo, who was a linebacker coach for Michigan the last 2 years, not this year. Do they think they're going to get some intel on that? But how about this? Georgia, Alabama's playing next year. Every Hilton and Marriott within 35 miles of Tuscaloosa sold out within 35 miles. Just announced on Wednesday. Everything within 35 miles of Tuscaloosa sold out. And I talked about Malik Murphy not going to the transfer portal. Well, Sarkisian said that if you're in with us or you're out. And Murphy said, hey, you know what? I got to think about my future. And God forbid he gets hurt. He can't go in the transfer portal. So he can't be with the team anymore. So now you got Arch Manning, who is an inexperienced backup as opposed to Murphy. So he's going to start. And we're going to have a 12-team playoff next year. And that will, bump up against the portal. But, I mean, there's a lot of guys that are going to say, hey, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm not happy. I'm not playing here. I think guys make rash decisions too. And there has been a lot. Listen to this. As of December 14th, yesterday, at least 370 players from 82 bowl teams have entered the transfer portal, while 44 players have opted out to prepare for the NFL draft. That's a lot. That's over 400 players. Think about that. 82 bowl games, at least, what is that, about almost four players from each bowl game is in the transfer portal. That is crazy. And I saw Jaden Ott from Cal, this year's a sophomore, had over 1,200 yards, 11 touchdowns, and 5.5 yards a carry. So he entered the transfer portal. But Paul Feinbaum is talking about the return of the religious experience. Texas A&M is not the same level as Texas. So they're looking at the Longhorns down the college football playoff. They're going to look at the game on November 30th next year as their Super Bowl. That is going to be the game. Next 11 months, they're going to prepare for that. I don't think it's going to really matter. I don't think they're as good a team, but they got Elko as a new coach, and we're going to see what happens there. So A&M opens the season against Notre Dame on August 31st. Hopefully that's a loss, and then they're going to play the Longhorns on November 30th. But that's going to be interesting. I got that from Religion Experience, because really they're not playing for anything. They're in a shitty bowl game, and we're going to see what happens going forward on that front. Yeah, it's going to be kind of interesting. And Tavondre Sweat won the Outland Trophy, 3-star recruit. Byron Murphy, All-American, low 4-star. He was the 393rd recruit, and they're both All-Americans. Inside D. That's the trenches win you game. Trenches win you games. Trenches make you national championship contenders. And they said Walter Nolan from Texas A&M transfer isn't out of the question. That's a guy that could go after. But yes, it's going after the quarterback and protecting the quarterback. We're going to see what happens there. And Colorado added twins Destin and Keaton Wade, transferring from Kentucky on Friday. Destin is a sophomore quarterback while Keaton plays defensive end. They'll play out the remaining eligibility with the Buffaloes. And Keaton played 25 games, 51 tackles, 2.5 sacks. His brother was named Mr. Football in the state of Tennessee, D1, Class 6A his senior year. Redshirted the freshman season, played in just one game this year. So I guess they got Vanderbilt wide receiver Colorado Will Shepard, Indiana offensive lineman Khalil Benson and Matthew Bedford. Houston offensive lineman Tyler Johnson and UTEP lineman Justin Mayers. Yeah. Oh, and did you watch that? Remember when they beat Colorado State and the Colorado State coach, what the hell's his name? Jay Norvell said, about not wearing sunglasses. When I talk to grown-ups, I take my hat and glasses off. So after the game, Shador didn't want him to shake his dad, to shake Jay Norvell's hand. He goes, "Don't put your hands on him." And Norvell said, "Congratulations. God bless you," Sanders said. He said, Norvell said, "I wasn't talking about your family." Oh, and he said, "Oh, you was talking about my mama, dog." "No, I was not." "Yes, you were," Sanders, as Norvell turned away. You were. So this was in the Prime show, which I feel like loses its luster a little bit. They went 4-8. And this is the thing, too. On the Prime show, they have full, what's the word I'm looking for here? They have full editorial control over what they put out there. And I felt this whole season, he had camera crews every goddamn game. And, it's great when you're winning. But when you're not winning, nobody really gives a shit. And I think you had a lot of people came, a lot of famous people, beginning of the season. Where were they by the end of the season? It's like the guy who, it's like in Brewster's Millions. He has all the money, and then at the end he's broke and nobody's around him. But when when you have a lot of hanger-ons, and then you start playing and you realize you outkicked your coverage, you played a lot better, and then all of a sudden you're not as good as you thought you were. And I think Shedeur Sanders is a good player, but I think Shedeur Sanders also, with all the NIL money, he's driving like a $200,000 car. He's wearing this watch on the side. That's when he did the first watch thing. And it's okay if you're doing all this shit and you're winning games, but I hope he's got focused on playing the game. I mean, it's a lot of work. I know Brady is, but the really good quarterbacks, it is a full-time job, 12 months a year. I was listening to Max Crosby. He said he starts his training for next season January 31st. That he, even when he goes on trips, he likes to pack his meal. Like, he is year-round. You could see him on the sidelines yesterday. Crosby looked like a tornado. He looked like that Tasmanian devil. Like, he was pissed. He didn't care what the score was. He wanted to be out there and compete. And then on the sidelines did not work for him. He wants to play every goddamn play. That's a player you want on your team. That's a guy you build around. That's a glue guy. That's the guy who, when they finally win, it's going to be nice to see when he gets that win. It's going to be really sweet. And I said, so another guy. So there's so many guys in transfer portal. I'm like, Oregon running back Dante Dowdle. He was 3 years left, was ranked as a top 10 running back in 23. Okay, so he gets there. What does he do this season? 17 rushes for 90 yards and a touchdown. Portland State, I think they scored 70 in that game. 8 rushes, 55 yards, and his touchdown. So, you know what? These guys go to the schools, they get there, and they realize, you know what? This isn't Mississippi. I'm in the big leagues now, and sometimes they pan out, and a lot of times they just done. Yeah, and so listen to this transfer portal. FBS, 1,643 players. Power 5, 780 players. Scholarship quarterbacks in the transfer portal, 113. And it opened on December 4th. Are you kidding me? So we're talking 11 days over 6. I mean, that's like, you can't even keep track. That's how many. It's just crazy. Yeah, it's like, wow, that's a lot. And in one of the largest NIL deals, did you see this? Utah's Crimson Collective let the basketball and gymnastic athletes have a choice between a 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee and a 2024 Ram 1500 Bighorn truck. Thank you, KSL Sports. That's not bad, huh? A Grand Cherokee or a Jeep. Why not? So I was watching Iowa Western play again in the National Junior College Athletic Association D1 championship game. The Reavers finished 12-1. They beat East Mississippi. It was 27-7 when I was watching the first half. That was 61-14. Hunter Watson and Jonathan Humple both rushed for 108 yards. They ran for 335 on the ground, 553 total yards. Watson also passed for 204, 5 touchdowns. He was named the championship game MVP. Iowa Western entered the playoffs number 2 with its only loss in the season coming to number 1 seed Hutchinson. They outscored their semifinal and championship game opponents 108-21. That is ass-kicking. Nets lost 124-101 last night. I saw that Jokic had a triple-double, his 10th of the season. Third time they won by 15 or more points this season. Yeah, that's good. Sixers, Sean Murray extended through 2028. I'm okay with that. How about this? Cavs, Mobley is knee surgery out 6 to 8 weeks. He's averaging 16 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks, and he's out with knee surgery. And then yesterday, Garland got a fractured jaw when he ran into Porzingis. Yes, I don't disagree with you. And he's out at least a month. And he's averaging over 21 points a game. That's going to hurt those guys. That's bad. Yeah, and they're only 13-12, not playing as well this year, so we're going to see what happens. And today is a day when an NBA player who signed a free agent contract can be traded. The top 4 guys are, and it's interesting, from the Raptors, Siakam and Anunoby, and Levine and DeRozan from the Bulls. How about, and yesterday, T-Wolves, man, the win ended a Mavs 4-game winning streak. Doncic had 39 points, 13 assists. Cat had 21.7 rebounds. Naz Reid, 27.6 rebounds. 18-5. They're tied with the Celtics. Clippers have won 8 in a row. They are 14-10, and they beat the Warriors, who went 0-3 on the road trip. They're 10-14, but Klay Thompson had 30 points. But Curry had 17 and shot 3 for 13 from 3, did not have a good game. Kawhi had 27. Harden had 28, 7 rebounds, 15 assists. 8 straight wins. Celtics beat the Cavs, and Garland got hurt. So Tatum and Brown combined for 49. All right, so hey, he's not, dude. You know why he's not going anywhere? We were talking about this, Rob. I thought about. They got the new arena coming, and he needs faces in that arena. And he can't get rid of Kawhi. Who's going to be the face of the franchise? James Harden when he's 72. No one's going anywhere for the Clippers. They're not, because they're opening up that huge new arena, and he needs to have guys there. That new arena is going to be out of control. No one's going anywhere. Sac beat OKC 128-123. Yeah, playing good ball. Good ball. SGA 43 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists. De'Aaron Fox is going to make a lot of money. De'Aaron Fox just keeps putting up numbers. And how about this? So we have Detroit, Washington, San Antonio. Listen to this. In the last 55 games, they're a combined 1-54. Pistons have lost 21 straight, Spurs 18, and Wizards are 1-15 in the last 16. The one win against the Pistons on November 27th. The last one for any of these 3 teams against anyone other than themselves, November 8th, Wizards over the Hornets. There's a 10-day period, January 10th to the 20th, in which all 3 of these teams will play one another, so I guess we'll get some wins out of that. But yeah, not good, man. And I love Golden State 10-14. And, Draymond Green needs 9 more ejections, and he'll be tied with the most, who the most ejected NBA player ever is? Does anybody know? That's a trivia question for a future show. Who has the most ejections in NBA history? Yes. Oh, and Rob, did you see that the Mets made the lowest bid on Counsell? I'm fine with that. I didn't want him to come. And Andrew Friedman said Shohei Ohtani's can't propose the final contract structure to the Dodgers. Friedman said he wouldn't have had the guts to propose the 97% deferral structure himself. Max Scherzer hurt again. What a shock. Thanks, Rob, for that back surgery. Hopefully him and Jacob deGrom will be back in time together, which is kind of interesting. So now the starting rotation for the champs. No, Ron Artest. Ron Artest is not even in the top 10. No, he just got into that. What was it? malice in the palace. That was all he had, the malice in the palace. But Scherzer underwent surgery to repair a herniated disc in his back. It feels like he's that disc has been bothering him forever. So Maile, DeGrom, who had Tommy John surgery, and now Scherzer hopefully all be back around the same time. What's the question? The question was, who has been ejected the most times in NBA history? That was the question I was asking before. But yeah, I was talking about your Mets. You said deal of the century was getting rid of Scherzer. And who do you get? You got Acuna's brother, right? Isn't that the one you got? Or was that, that was Acuna's brother, right? From the Rangers farm system? Yeah, okay. So, but Tyler Mahle also was out. He had shoulder surgery, so he's out. He just on a 2-year contract. So you got Evaldi, John Gray, Andrew Haney, and Dane Dunning for the defending. Dude, did you look that up? Rob? Because I don't trust you anymore. I feel like you look shit up. I feel like you're looking shit up. Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like I need. He goes, no, I didn't, man. I didn't. You're right. 29. Good call, dude. I love you, Rob. So the Royals, Seth Lugo, 3 years, $45 million. Michael Wacha, 2 years, $32 million. Hunter Renfroe, 2 years, $13 million. And Will Smith, 1 year, $5 million. Yes, they did make the technical rule. And where did Rasheed Wallace go to college? Where did he go to college there? Come on, help me out. Actually, I saw him once when I went to a movie down there. Yes, I saw him one time at the movie theater. It was pretty cool. Yeah. So the Royals will have $82 million this winter, and if Lugo exercises his player option, it'll be $97 million. And have you heard about this? The spring training showcase, so I guess they're not going to have the futures game anymore? Yes, he did. He played with Stackhouse and Montrose. Dude, you're good, Rob. You are good. Rob's on fire today. On fire. So it's going to be called Spring Breakout, a 4-day spring training showcase during which each MLB team will field a squad of its top prospects and play a series of exhibition games against each other. 12 of those spring breakout games will be paired with MLB exhibitions to form double headers. There'll be autograph sessions. Who gives a fuck? I mean, really? Great. I hope it works out for you guys. Did you see yesterday? Yeah, I read that and I was kind of like, do I care? Do you really care to watch this? Yes. Josh loved him. That's my boy. Blue. Love you, Blue. Love you, Blue. Love you. That was a fun team. Yes, it was. I think we got a fun team right here, guys. I think this team right here is a keeper. I'll tell you, you guys, I wish I could put you in a bottle and just wrap you up. What she's saying, Step Brothers? She goes, I just want to rope you in a ball and put you up inside of me and keep you warm and everything. And he's like, what's happening here? What's happening? That is the best. He's in the bathroom with her. Oh, my God. I just want to wrap you in a ball, put you up inside of me and keep you warm. Yes, Step Brothers. Step Brothers is a great movie. Yes, Rob, it's a great free. I watched Revenge of the Nerds yesterday while I was preparing for the show. Pretty freaking funny. Did you see, though, yesterday, Columbus was up 5-0, and Austin Matthews scored 2 goals in the last 75. He scored with a minute 15 left and then 45 seconds left to tie it, and they lost in overtime. First time a team had blown a 5-goal lead in the third period, and I was like, holy shit. And they lost 6-5. And Edmonton's 8-game win streak's over. They lost 7-4. They were up 3-2. They lost to the Lightning. Steve Stamkos came in 10 goals all season. He had 4 yesterday. I'd say that's pretty good. Vancouver is the real deal, man. That's a team that's playing out of their minds. Yeah, 4th consecutive win. Flyers won their 5th and 6th game. Flyers, the second period closed with a shootout, lifting Flyers. And how about this? Ovechkin has not scored a goal in 11 games. That is a career long. Now, I don't know if any of you guys watched the All-Star game. So they're going to have a 12-player skill competition for All-Star Weekend with a $1 million winner-take-all prize. Events include fastest skater, hardest shot, stick handling, one-timers, passing challenge, accuracy shooting, shootout, obstacle course. I think they should have like a fighting thing too. I think they should have they should put the guys over like a vat of water with piranha inside of it. But the piranha are vegetarians, so it's more of a scare factor. They don't tell the players that they're vegetarian piranha. So if they fall in the water, they're just going to swim away. But just give that fear factor. And, they have to fight each other, maybe like in blood sport, They have to put their hands in the glass, and they put glass around their tape, and they're fighting with the glass in their hands. Dude, Reacher was awesome yesterday. I don't know if any of you guys have seen Reacher Prime. We watched the first 3 episodes, and I hate this once-a-week shit, but it's really good. Yeah, it's really good. And the Maple Leafs are the top spot for individual NHL franchise value, at least. So they are $2.8 billion. Rangers are $2.65 billion. They said Toronto per Forbes is up 40% over year. That's pretty good. They also own the Raptors, the Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment own the Raptors. MLS is Toronto FC, the Canadian Football League's Toronto Argonauts, and Scotia Bank Arena. Yeah. Yeah, okay. The Maple Leafs are one of the original 6. You have, after Toronto, New York, Canadians were $2.3 billion, Kings $2 billion, and the Bruins $1.9 billion. So that's the original 6 you have right there. Toronto, New York, Montreal, and Bruins. Blackhawks 1.8, Red Wings 1.2, are 15th. The Senators are number 24 on the list. So they're a little better. How about this? And the PWHL, that's the Women's Hockey League, Toronto, has sold out all 12 of their home games for the 2024 season. That's good. And how about this? Mika Hamilton was signed by Manchester City when he was 9 years old. While playing for City's academy, he would serve as the ball boy for the club. Yesterday, for Man City's first team, he scored his first Champion League in his Champion League debut. Thank you, Front Office Sports. I was like, that is awesome. I was like, wow, that is cool. I watched volleyball last night. I saw a little bit of Nebraska. Nebraska beat Pitt 3-1. And then we watched the last 2 sets. Texas beat the only team to beat Nebraska this year. They beat Wisconsin, and Wisconsin was doing the downward Longhorn, and it came back to bite him in the ass. And what's his name's daughter is the top player on Texas. The former Pacer came out of high school for the shit. What's the name of that? I see his face. Texas. Her dad was an NBA Texas volleyballer. Her dad was a NBA player. Yeah, and I'm blanking on it. I see his face. Yeah, I talked about him yesterday. I can't remember his name. God damn it, that pisses me off. Google. Okay, let me look this up. Texas volleyball. NBA dad. And he was at the game. He was there last night. Yeah, Jermaine O'Neal's daughter, Asia. And Jermaine was at the game last night, was at the match last night. And they set a attendance record in Tampa. A lot of Nebraska fans, a lot of Texas fans. It was fun to watch. Watch it with Michigan last night. And, I talked about that the transfers, a second transfer, they had a ruling, the federal ruling on transfer. So players who transfer a second time, there was a 14-day temporary restraining order so that these kids who transferred a second time could play immediately. Well, if the decision is reversed, transfers who compete will lose eligibility, so they'll be done with college, which I think sucks. But the NCAA is a bunch of assholes, so the coaches can leave at any time. But players, you can't leave. You can't do that stuff. I'll have to check that show out. Yes. Talk about investment. What about investment? I lost you, Josh. What are we talking about investment? 9? Well, yeah. You got to talk about and then despite the CONCACAF World Gold Cup taking over its usual place in the calendar, the She Believes couple return 2024 for U.S. Women's National Team. Semifinal round will take place in Atlanta April 6th. Competitors yet to be announced. Second round on April 9th is yet to be announced. Oh, the soccer. An investment on what? What investment? Talk about investment. What did I miss? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Talk about the kid, Mika. Yeah, Mika Hamilton. Can you imagine that? 9 years old, ball boy and all that stuff. No. They signed him. Yeah, 9 years old. They pay for him. Like, the kids don't go to school, dude. They basically go into the training academy, and for every Mika Hamilton, there's tons of kids you never hear of them again. Then they get out of the academy, they have no skills, soccer's over, and they got to decide what the hell to do with the rest of their life. Maybe they'll go to university or stuff, but yeah. You know what? It is something. Listen, I think Messi moved away from his family when he was like 9 or 10. So, Freddie Adu. But they got other kids now playing 15, 16, playing the MLS. But there's all these kids. Messi was moved away from Argentina when he was a kid, went to Spain. Can you imagine being 10 years old, going away from your family, and you're trying to make it like this is your life? I mean, you grow up really fast. Really fast. I mean, I couldn't imagine doing that when I was 10 years old. I was too busy bopping my baloney, man. Well, not at that age, but I was thinking about bopping my baloney. I was in the process. Yeah. Did I say that out loud? Yeah, I thought that was my inner monologue, but yeah, I apologize for that. Yes. You weren't ready. Rob, I'm not ready now. I want to go back home to mom. Oh, okay. So what? Matthew Berry's death revealed as acute effects of ketamine. Yeah. I didn't think he was just eating lollipops. Yeah. Did I miss anything else? Yes. No, I don't. Wild Rogers story. Aaron snagged a one-handed interception while on the scout team defense. Great for Aaron Rod. He's fantastic. Titans are waiving defensive tackle Tier Tart due to issues with his effort and attitude. Yeah, dude, man, it's a privilege, not a right, dude. You don't get the job done, they're going to get rid of you. Yeah, and who's playing tonight? Rangers are playing the Rangers playing the Kings tonight, right? Am I right? I think Rangers are playing the Kings tonight. Michigan's going to want to watch that. I want to watch that Mark Wahlberg on Apple TV. I know you're all going to make fun of me, but I can take it. I'm a grown man. And, tonight is... Oh, and he got UFC 296 tomorrow night. Leon Edwards and Colby Covington. I want Leon Edwards. Colby Covington talks too much. He just talks a lot of shit. And guys like that I want... Oh, they're playing the Ducks tonight. I'm sorry. Playing the Ducks tonight. Boston is playing at the Islanders tonight. You have the PGA Tour. Oh, that's Q School? Who gives a shit about that? I don't give a shit about that. Bundesliga. Knicks versus Phoenix. Oh, right. Knicks and Phoenix tonight. That could be ugly without, yeah. I'll tell you, man. I think the Nets didn't play great last night, but we'll see what happens. Yeah. Yeah. You know, but Josh, I hear what you're saying, Rob, about too early. But they take these kids that early. I think Beckham was taken as a really young kid. They don't take him at 18. They put him through the academy and they test these kids out, and some kids make it and some kids don't. For every Beckham, there's 20 kids who don't. There's kids who go to college. I remember reading there was a kid, all-state kid who came to one of the big colleges, and the coach, first day of practice, just, if they want to push kids. And there's a lot of kids you never hear about again that were 5 stars, the greatest players in their high school, go to a big college and they drop out and they're never heard from again. I mean, happens all the time. Yeah, so, all right. So I got some trivia questions for today. I'm not saying that they shouldn't take them. I mean, just because they take them that young. No, yeah, of course not, Rob. That's what I just said. I said for every kid they take, for every Mika Hamilton, there's hundreds that don't make it. Yeah. Yeah, of course they do, but that's what they do. It's you take quantity and hopefully you get a couple quality out of it. Listen, I had a kid, Attila, I went to college with. When he got drunk at night, he went door to door, knocked on doors. You want to, and if a girl answered, he say, "You want to bang?" And eventually a girl said yes. And he took, the law of averages. Eventually a girl's going to say yes. Now I'm not saying I wasn't there. I don't know what the girls look like, but he did it all the time. And he just went door to door to door. And he said, "How you doing? You want to?" And there was a girl that always said yes, and he always got laid. So, it's the same thing. I mean, it's soccer, not, going to dorm rooms when you're drunk and you're not thinking clearly and you're not making good decisions. The little guy's thinking for the big guy, but, it's the same kind of thing. Do you get what I'm saying? All right. Yeah. Yeah, no, they're not. Rob, U.S. soccer is never going to be good. U.S. soccer is never going to do shit in the World Cup. I'm sorry. That's a dream. That is a huge dream, in my opinion. I just don't think they're that good. I don't think they've ever been that good. I don't think they've ever had good coaching. It never comes together. And I just think the other countries are just better. What did they do? They did last World Cup. What did they do last World Cup? What? The men? They didn't get out of the for what? Why do? Is that what we want now? We just want them to compete against good teams, dude. I want them to win, dude. I don't watch the Yankees and hope they compete. I don't want them going 82 and 80 every year and they're competing. I don't want you want the Giants, you want them to compete or you want them to win championships. I want them to beat the teams. I don't want them to compete against teams. I want them to win. I'm tired of competing. Yeah. No, I don't know. I don't necessarily agree. Our best athletes play soccer? Our best athletes are monsters. They're not soccer athletes. They play basketball. They play baseball. They play football. Soccer and hockey. I mean, I don't think soccer, they say it's a huge sport here. And it's funny, though, the other countries have caught up to the women now, which is kind of interesting. Women had great teams, and all of a sudden, they have the talent isn't as strong as it used to be, or everybody caught up. We were super teams all those years, and now, yeah. So I don't think, Tyreek Hill, just because he has speed doesn't mean he's got to be able to dribble and do something with the ball. Speed is just speed, man. It's what you do with the speed. There's a lot of guys that have speed who can't run. Ronaldo Skeets Nehemiah was a Olympic hurdler. It didn't translate to the field. I don't think speed, you got to be able to run good routes. Look at Steve Largent was not a fast guy. Caught every goddamn ball, ran these great routes. Even they said Jerry Rice wasn't a burner, but he ran fantastic routes. Yeah, Tyreek Hill, fast as shit. But you know what, too? He gets hurt all the time now. With Tyreek Hill, I just hit him. I just hit him as hard as I could every time because that guy goes down and that is a very fragile car frame right there. That takes a lot of nicks. And with him, I'd hit him low all the time. Yeah, hit him in it. What's his moneymaker? His wheels. I'd go after his ankles all the time. Go after thighs, ankles, side of the knee, shit like that. Yeah. If I was playing, I'd be aiming for his legs all day. I'd try to chop him down. That's what I did with Gronk. That's what I do with Gronk, man. You saw how Gronk got the shit kicked out of him. They would go after, try to take out his legs. I try to beat the living shit out of him. Why did Brady lose that Super Bowl to you guys? You beat the living shit out of Brady. Hit him every goddamn play. Hit him every fucking play. Hit him. And guys can't take that. Nobody can take that. I don't care if you're the best quarterback in the world. Can't take the hits. So yeah, I don't think it translates. Soccer's a totally different sport, dude. Yeah, he'd have to develop. Yeah, exactly, he'd have to develop. He's also from. Listen, dude. So what was he from? Florida? These kids aren't playing. They're not throwing around a soccer ball. What are they looking at other athletes? Who are they looking at? What U.S. soccer athlete are they looking at? They're like, I want to be like him. They want to be like Mike. They want to be like LeBron. And they look at that. They look at the, they're not looking at soccer. Yeah, I don't agree. And they've been saying this forever, Rob. Oh, we're going to develop our soccer players. We're going to develop. Well, I keep waiting for it to develop, and it isn't happening. So, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but it's not happening. It's a pipe dream. You know what? They're just not as good. Those guys play a different game. You watch U.S. play, and it never looks as smooth. Never looks. You watch Argentina. You watch Brazil play. You watch France, and the ball moves beautifully. U.S. play, it's painful. It doesn't flow. It is always looks like they are going through quicksand, in my opinion. Yeah. Yeah, develop skill. Yeah, you develop. Dude, they've been saying develop, Rob, since I was born. I mean, I remember when I was a kid in the 80s, we made our first World Cup, and we sucked. And we were in the same, playing Panama and all those teams that were like the bottom feeders. No offense. I mean, there's some good teams out of there, but Mexico's a good team. And Mexico, it's not happening. It's not happening. I just don't see it. I see them, they just don't have the guys. Pulisic is the best player, U.S. player, but they don't have great players. I just don't see it happening. I feel like, if anything, we're going backwards. I feel like we had better athletes before than now. I just don't know if a lot of kids are. I keep hearing all these great soccer players, but I don't see it translate to the field. That's just me. I mean, it's a good argument. It's a good argument because I hear what you're saying, and it'd be interesting, and maybe more kids are going to come up because, you see these kids playing lacrosse now, and you're like, wow, those are some good goddamn, and these are kids that can play football, but, they're not big enough, and they play lacrosse and other sports. Yeah, and Josh, how many superstars in MLS? And they're not Americans. Yeah, they're all from the Euro clubs. There's no great American play. Oh, I'm paying to watch. Yeah, who are you paying to watch? Yeah, Messi came. Messi looked like he was toying with guys out there. Come on. Really? Messi is the greatest athlete in the world. You watched him in the World Cup. You watched him play with Barcelona. And he would go through, he's playing against professionals. This is the best. And he's just, the things he does with a soccer ball, that he can run that fast with a soccer ball, is amazing. Ronaldo. Those guys do things with the soccer. I mean, they are amazing athletes. There's no American like that. Pulisic's a pretty goddamn good player, but he's no Messi. He's no Ronaldo. He's no Mbappe. You know, I mean, you look at the greats. I mean, you need a superstar here. Who was a superstar here? Pele. Pele was an American. He came here to play in the NASL back in the day. Yeah, right. Beckham. And Beckham was more of a, Beckham was a hell of a player. And he started playing really young. I mean, and he had his bend kick, his free kicks that he could do anything with the ball. I mean, these guys are amazing. You watch the English Premier League, you watch MLS, and that's like, what's that like? That's like watching D3 football compared to the SEC. Yeah. It's like when I went to FDU, I went to a football game. It was like, FDU was like, my high school team looked better than FDU's football team did. That's what it's compared to. It's not even the same level. Yeah. Exactly. And all the top, yeah, exactly. So all the top players, and there's not like a stream of players. MLS is not good soccer. It is just not good soccer. It isn't. And I respect them, but it is not. I can't watch a game. Premier League, I'll watch some Premier League. I will. But MLS, I'm shutting it off. It's torture. It's torturous. You guys, this is a good. We got a little thing going, man. Listen, I love you guys, dude. You guys are really, Rob had good stuff today. You guys are good shit today, man. Yeah, and and that sweatshirt today. Yeah, Dominic, thank you. Better Days Golf Company. Good sweat. Okay, so I have, dude, oh my God. I'm walking behind a guy today. He had on short shorts and a T-shirt, and he had a D tattooed on the back of his neck, and I was dying to ask him, but he's just walking like this. I'm like, dude, it's fucking freezing out here, and this guy's wearing like a skin-tight shirt and shorts, and I'm looking. I was like, what? And only in New York. Only in goddamn New York. Only when you're walking in New York, you see that. That and dog shit everywhere. People don't pick after the dogs. A woman in front of me, some crazy lady dropped her garbage on the floor. I wanted to punch her, and I wanted to say something, but then I saw her face, and I was like, she probably has a knife. She'll probably stab me. So I walked away. So, okay. So wait, I got some trivia questions. Last show's trivia question was most postseason wins. Really? You watch New York City Football Club? God bless you. Josh, God bless you. God bless you, because no. I'd like to go. I would like to go to Red Bulls game though, Josh. If we get the gang together, I'll go to one of those. All right, look at Kev with a little soccer. Didn't Benzema go play in Dubai? Isn't that where when he got like $250 million? I heard they gave him a harem of like 17. I could see Kev with a harem of like that. I see Kev like with his robe on and just sitting there on his big gold, what's it called? His gold throne. His little harem right there. Or you know what that made me think of, Kev? In dude, Josh, I got to be honest with you. I'm blown away. That's what I wanted to ask you guys. Yeah, hot women all over New York. My buddy Bumbles wants to go to the professional bull riders. Any of you guys, I'm fascinated by that. The bull riding stuff, it's an MSG, I think, coming up in February. That is something I'm kind of interested in going to. So, Josh, don't joke, man. I'll watch PBA. I was watching women's volleyball last night. I've watched women's college bowling. That is listen, that's the kind of, oof. A lot of those girls, the Giants need some line, Jets need some line. I'm not trying to body shame, but damn, those are some tough looking girls. Yes, Kev would do it with me. Kev seems like a guy who'll throw it out there. I like that about Kev. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I'll watch PBA because I'm amazed about that. But you also bowl. I'm telling you, I want to do a live show commentating while you're bowling, Josh. You and Ernesto. That would probably piss Ernesto off. I'd be like, we're in the 7th frame right now. And he looks kind of nervous there, Josh. Josh has a wedgie up his pants, but he's got the wedgie out. Perspiring off his forehead. He looks a little nervous. Yeah, I know PBA is bowling. Yeah, I said PBA. I watch PBA bowling, dude. What did I say? I said PBA bowling. I watched the bowling. No, I'm saying I watched the women's college national championships. Yes, all right. Yeah. No, dude, you don't have to apologize for anything. Kev's down for new experiences. All right. It's all good. All right, so how about we get to... So trivia question yesterday, you said that DeGrom is tied with another Mets player for most postseason wins in Mets franchise history. And Rob went 0 for 3 yesterday, but I know Rob looked it up. So yesterday's question was, who has the most postseason wins in Mets franchise history? Oh, I did go to, yeah, dude, I go Josh, I go everywhere. Dude, it's called ADD. I can't stay focused on one thing for more than 15 seconds. Yeah, I was talking about the bull riding, and then you talked about the bowling, so I thought about I do watch bowling and all that stuff. So Josh got, Jacob deGrom is tied with what Mets pitcher for the most postseason wins in Mets franchise history? And Matt Harvey, I think we said Matt Harvey. John Franco is tied for third with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is tied with 7 other players. There's 8 players who are tied for third for the most Mets postseason win. So we're down to, there is 3 tied for second and 2 are tied for the most. You know what, dude? It is not Nolan Ryan, but you are flaming hot. Flaming hot. You are in fuego. Okay, so it is not Nolan Ryan. It is Jacob deGrom and not Nolan Ryan. And Nolan Ryan is, I think Nolan Ryan might have got one. He's not in the top 3. Do we have another guess? Bobby Ojeda. Seaver, no, we already did Seaver. Seaver is tied for second with 2 others. And Bobby Ojeda is tied for third with Matt Harvey. I think we said Tom Glavine. I think we said Noah. And there's a couple other there. Yeah, and Franco. So Franco, Ojeda, Harvey, Glavine, Ojeda, Franco, and Syndergaard, and there's a couple other there. So we have deGrom and someone else. We tried Ryan. We tried Seaver. There's some other guys. You guys aren't getting it. And it's driving me crazy. Especially Mr. Met. We got some Mr. Mets here. And he has been quiet. Unless he looked it up. I guess Rob is busy working right now. Oh, and yesterday there was a flutter and the power went out. And I think they said it was a little bit of one of the company. I think one of the companies, electric companies, screwed it up. Yeah, power went out last night. Yes, he's working. So did you look it up, Rob? No. Kev, I said you were hot when you said Nolan Ryan. Come on. Work with me. Nolan Ryan. Hampton was, I only know but so many Mets. Guys, am I going to have to start giving hints? So Hampton is also tied for third with Matt Harvey. Yes. It is Kuzman. So Jacob deGrom and Jerry Kuzman. That was a good one, though. Hampton was a good guess. Yeah, Hampton was, it was okay. So deGrom and Jerry Kuzman tied with 4 wins. That's the most in Mets postseason franchise history. Second, Turk Wendell, Tom Seaver, and Jesse Orosco with 3. And tied for third is Matt Harvey, Tom Glavine, Randy Myers, Noah Syndergaard, John Matlack, Mike Hampton, Bob Ojeda, John Franco tied with 2. Okay? So today's trivia question is, who has the most stolen bases in Yankees postseason history? Most stolen bases in Yankees postseason history. That's today's trivia question. I gotta find the I should put the Jeopardy music on here. Wait, what do I have here? I have different noises. That's one of them. No, you would never have got it. Cano. Kev. Cano is not on the list. He's not even in the top 8. Yes, no Cano. Rob Parker with the answer, Derek Jeter. Can you tell me how many he has? He is the number 1 stolen bases in Yankees postseason history. Can we have a number, please? How many stolen bases? Look at Rob. Rob is so pissed off he didn't get the Mets questions that he's still angry. So Derek Jeter, most stolen bases in Yankees franchise history postseason. Good call, Rob. 23. Does anybody have a second guess? 23. That's not bad. That's not bad. 23. You guys are good today, dude. You guys are really good. I'm proud of you guys. You guys are great. Wow. Dude, I did a lot. Damn, stay off Google. Yeah, right? Yeah, Rob's like, no, I did it myself. I didn't Google it. No. It's all me. Oh, my God. It's hilarious. He's like, Siri, who had the most stolen bases in Yankees franchise history? Oh, Siri, sorry. Oh, I got to clear that. Oh, thank you. I'm not Googling. I just know some damn shit. And I can see him sitting there like this. God damn it, guys. You guys are mean, man. You're mean. Brett. No, we already said the answer, dude. Josh is like this. Josh ate some paint chips too today. We said it was Derek Jeter, dude. Yeah, look at Josh. Josh is still thinking about PBA. I don't know what he's thinking about. Yeah. I love Josh. I think Josh was. What was he doing? Were you on baby duty? Something happened in the house? Something happened. Yeah, he was just on screensaver. That's what we call it. You know, when you zone out a little bit, the screensaver. Like, oh, where am I? Oh. All right. Yeah, who cares? All right, guys, I gotta go. Michigan's coming in any minute now. Yeah, I thought you said second too. No, I don't know what second two. Oh, so second was Phil Rizzuto and Soriano tied for second. Bernie third, A-Rod fourth, Gardner fifth, Knobloch and Bob Musial sixth, Mickey Rivers, Babe Ruth seventh, Johnny Damon, Curtis Granderson, and there's a bunch of others are tied with 3. So that's a number. But guys, thank you so much. Kev, Josh, Rob, you guys all rock. Yes. How many was it? Oh, 18. 18 for Jeter. Yeah. Josh, go back to the whatever you were watching. God, peace to you, man. Peace to you, Kev. You guys all rock, man. So thank you. And I got to send my love to Milton. Milton, I'm sorry. Send my condolences to you. What else? Carol's feeling better, which is good. I talked to Mom yesterday. She had to go eye appointment today. She's good. Aaron, I know, he's working. Everybody's working. All right. Yeah, guys, a great show because of you guys. I didn't think I was going to get a show in today because I had to go. Michigan's niece is getting a Hungarian passport, and there's a Hungarian translation building on 54th and Lex. I went there yesterday, and they forgot some paperwork, so I had to go back today. And I said, Michigan, I want to do a podcast, but I had my client. We went to get some lunch, and then I'm like, shit, am I going to get back in time? And I got everything done, so that's good, yeah. We're all watching. We're all watching each other. What do you say? Yeah, I'm watching you. I'm watching you, Josh. I'm watching you. So, guys, hopefully tomorrow, Michigan wants to go food shopping. I want to go food shopping like I want to get a third nipple, which I heard Czechoslovakians have 3 nipples. Just saying. But, yeah, so thank you. Thank you, Zabater. Thank you, Kev. Thank you to my friends at today, at Tara Lynn. And I think Austin today. Thank you. It was nice talking to you today at Be Fit. Great place to train. And Linda, great workout today. Gumbo Chef for Sunday is going to work out. Fallon tomorrow. Who else am I doing? Yeah. And my feet are killing me. So, Brandon Staley, you suck. Raiders, congrats. Big win. College football bowl games tomorrow. I didn't even really talk about that, but a lot of bowl games tomorrow. And we got football tomorrow. You got good games tomorrow, dude. Don't we? We have really good games tomorrow. Well, you have the night game is the Lions-Broncos. You have the Bengals. Shit, what's the games tomorrow? There's some good games tomorrow, right? NFL. There's some good games tomorrow. What's NFL? Yeah, tomorrow, Minnesota. First game at 1 is Minnesota at Cincinnati, then Pitt at Indianapolis with no Jonathan Taylor and losing one of their offensive linemen, and then Denver, Detroit at night. Good games. Then Jets at Miami on Sunday, and the Giants at New Orleans. So I'm excited. We got some good football tomorrow. Saturday and Sunday, all right? So, and they had FCS today, too, so we'll see what happens. All right, guys, thank you so much. Josh, Kev, and Ernesto has joined us. Your Lakers suck. Your Lakers suck. I was going to talk about something else Ernesto likes, but, no, they don't suck. I mean, yeah, they suck a little bit. Yeah, your Lakers suck. Lakers suck. They're not going to be good this year. Come on. Who we kidding? So, everybody, have a great night. Peace out. And Ernesto, I can't wait to see you on the PBA bowling tour with Josh. I want to do color commentary. We're in beautiful Poughkeepsie, New York today. Ernesto and Josh in the championship round. It's a glorious day. Yeah, I have to learn all the pins and all that stuff. I mean, I still like, there's that movie with Woody Harrelson and Kingpin. Oh, I love Kingpin. Love Kingpin. One of my favorite movies. Kingpin's great. Uncle Buck 2 is good. They have a bowling scene with the bumpers. It's a good movie. All right, guys. Oh, and also they also had a bowling scene in what was the one with Will Ferrell and Marky Mark? The Daddy movie? That was pretty funny. Where they're betting on the kid couldn't knock one pin. That was pretty good too. Kingpin's good, man. All right, guys. Peace out. I'll talk to you later, Gators. See you in the chat. Yeah. Oh shit. I forgot to talk about this. I was talking to. Yeah, he's having a fundraiser. 2 weeks. I got to look Better Days Golf at a roller hockey tournament out of Long Island, the 30th and 31st. I will talk about that. I forgot. I had it and I can't find it. And he's actually he's giving money to a cancer group on January 20th. The money he's raising by he's selling sweatshirts and hoodies. Check it out on Better Days Golf Company. The hoodies are nice, man, dude. And he's got T-shirts and everything. She has childbearing hips. Yeah, that's a good one. Kev, you're priceless. All right, guys, peace out. I got to talk later.